Now let's learn the preceding XPath axis. It selects all nodes that appear before the current node in the document except its ancestors. It selects preceding siblings nodes though. Okay, let's take a couple of examples here. So in the first example, we are locating an element with HTML tag A and text home. Okay, so that becomes our current node, and from there we are defining a relationship preceding with another element h1. Okay, so this element h1 precedes the element A. In the second example, we are first locating an element with HTML tag input and ID fname, and from there we are defining a relation to another element, right? So we are using preceding and star. Star means everything, right? So we are looking for all elements which precedes the element input. Now let's try out both of these examples on our sample application. Okay, here let's try to locate this particular element, this heading. All right, definitely there are a number of ways to write XPath to locate an element. Okay, but here our goal is to learn preceding XPath axis. So let us find some element nearby, maybe this home link, and then we will define a relation to the element that we are interested in, and then we will locate it. Okay, so let us inspect the home link first, and then you can see that it is an HTML tag A with the text home. So let's locate that one first. So let's click command, let's press command F or control F if it is in Windows, // and then A. Then let's use the text function and let's specify the text home. All right, so we located this element. So this is our current node now, right? So this is our current node. All right, and then from here we have to define a relation, and we have to find the element that we are interested in, this heading, right? Okay, so let's inspect this element first and see which is the HTML tag. Okay, and here you can see that it is h1. All right, that's the HTML tag corresponding to the element that we are interested in, right? So, and also that precedes this element, right? So what we can do is let's put a slash and type the axis preceding and 2:: and let's specify the tag h1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is type h1. Now you can see that this element, the element that we are interested, is highlighted, that is located successfully. Okay, now let's consider one more example. We will locate this input element first, and from there we'll be identifying all the preceding elements. Okay, so let's look for this input element first. Let's inspect it, and we can see that its HTML tag is input and ID is fname, right? So let's search for that one first, / input, and then we can add an attribute that's at the right ID, and its value is fname. All right, so that element is uniquely identified here. It's showing 101. All right, and now from here we need to look for all the preceding elements. So let's type / and preceding, and then we add 2:: and a star. Okay, so it's identifying 60 elements. Okay, so these are all the preceding elements of the current node input with ID fname. All right, so let's inspect what are the elements located by this XPath. All right, for that let's go to the current node first. Okay, so this is the current node, right? That is, we located this element input with ID fname first, right? And from here it is identifying a bunch of elements. So let's inspect them one by one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this up arrow, okay, to find which is the first element located. Okay, because it's showing 1 of 60. So let's see by clicking the up arrow, and now it is showing one element. Okay, so let's check the relationship. Okay, so this was the current node, right? We /input at the right ID equal to fname, that is this particular element. So this is our current node, and from here we have a relationship preceding star, right? So we are locating an element br. Okay, so this is just before this one, right? So that's located. So what is the hierarchical level here? So br tag is a sibling of input. So the sibling is located, right? So that particular element is located. Now let's look for the next element by clicking the up arrow again. See, it's locating another sibling, that is label. Okay, so any element before that, right? So that is also located. Label is located. Now next it will be locating legend, right? So that's another element located. See, you can see legend here, and which is the next element before this input, that is field set. But what's the relationship of field set with input? The field set is actually a parent. Okay, this is the parent of input tag, right? Now our current element. But the rule here with the preceding axis is that it won't locate any of its ancestors, right? Any of its parent or grandparents. So it won't locate this field set element because that's a parent of input. So let's check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna click the up arrow again. See, now it is not identifying this one, field set. And what about the form? It didn't locate form as well because that is the grandparent, right? Because here you can see the relationship for this particular element input. Okay, all these are the siblings, they are at the same level, and then the parent is field set and its parent, that is grandparent of input, right? That is form. So that also is not located. That means any of its ancestors are not located. Okay, and then it's locating h4, which is at a different level, and definitely it will locate h2 as well. So let's click the up arrow and see that. See, it's locating h2. But what about this div? It won't locate this div because that is also an ancestor, right? Because we have seen that form is an ancestor, right? So for form div is the parent, so that is also an ancestor. So you can see by clicking the up arrow, see, that's also not located. Okay, hope it's clear.